and I'm just supposed to worry about myself. Like, so I'm trying to get away from that and kind of get back to not the basics of life, but just the life that I felt like our ancestors always wanted for us, you know. And I know, like, we always throw, like, oh, our ancestors and them coming from slavery and what they were left with afterwards and what it was like before. But it does kind of go back to that. It does. And so a part of that is freedom to me, you know, generational wealth. Also, what freedom looks like and feels like to me is making sure I'm fucking happy at all costs all the time. And I don't mean that in, oh, you know, well, I'm going to be happy while this person that is in my life is hurting and going through this and that. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is nobody else is responsible for my happiness and my joy. And so my happiness and my joy is supposed to mean everything to me. I'm supposed to be working on that every single day so that no matter what happens or, you know, transpires in my life, my spirit is still at peace. My spirit is still, you know, good in the ways that it needs to be. So that's freedom to me. My happiness and my joy is freedom. Freedom also looks like and feels like to me being in love with an amazing person that even after, you know, you're married, if that is a union that you decide to share with one another. Because some people just like being a fucking together all their lives and not feel like they need a fucking piece of paper to say what they're supposed to mean to each other and how much they love each other. Like, you don't necessarily need that. I mean, like, that's the way of the world now. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't want to get married someday. But I don't feel like we should all be subjected to somebody else's perspective of how much you're supposed to love your spouse or your partner or whomever you're with. You know, because it's a piece of paper that does mean a lot. But that shouldn't be your security blanket. The love, I feel like the love that you share with each other, you know, how you take care of each other, how y'all make sure each other are straight at all costs, always, that's your security blanket. Not a ring, not a piece of paper to say that I'm your property, you're my property, or you belong to me, I belong to you. No. That's not my idea of freedom when it comes to love. My idea of freedom when it comes to love is, again, loving and liking who you like and doing that shit with everything that you have within you while still being able to balance keeping yourself as well. Because I feel like at times we get lost and we forget who we are because we get so caught up in being together with someone. And it's like, I didn't fall in love with you falling in love with me. I fell in love with you as a person, as a being, as this beam of light that I'm able to have access to and experience. And that's why I love you the way that I do. That's why I fell in love with you, not the way that you love me. Yeah, that adds to it. But at the end of the day, I still have to be me. I still have to take care of my shit and do what I'm supposed to do for myself as well. Otherwise, I'm doing a disservice to myself, to God, to the universe, to humanity, if I'm not working on me and if I'm just only focused on you. So you have to find balance, because yes, there is a great deal of all your energy that you're putting into with this other person, be it, you know, finances, be it, you know, love, be it your time, be it your attention, you know, whatever. You're putting a lot of yourself into that situation with somebody else. And that's okay. That's not a problem. That's how things should be. But there's always, always a need for balance. So that's freedom within love to me, is finding balance. When you got balance in your shit, baby, you can't tell me that if something was to transpire or happen that you wouldn't bounce back like 9 a.m. in the morning on the island of Jamaica, where it rains between the hours of 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. and then the sun comes out beaming down as fast and as bright and as hard as it does and dries up every drip drop of water like nothing ever happened. That's what freedom to love feels like to me. You know, is always dating each other, always being one with one another, always being transparent with one another, but still being your fucking organic, unadulterated self. That's what freedom within love feels and looks like to me. Freedom is being able to know when you fucked up on certain things or certain situations and righting your wrongs and not letting things like linger over like, oh, it's gonna be okay, it'll work itself out, and you're not putting in no work. Like, God, the universe, whomever you pray to, whatever you believe in, they not just gonna keep on fixing your messes and you just sitting around just thinking that because you say a few words that you sorry that's gonna fix everything. No, you gotta redeem yourself too. Show that you sorry, that you are genuine with your apology about your fuck ups. I mean, yeah, nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, again, within that mistake, there still was a lesson that you were supposed to learn. And so you present it to the universe or to God as, okay, I see what you mean. I see what I did wrong, and I see how I can go about it in a different light. I need a second chance, and I'm working on it, so that I am presented with that opportunity of a second chance to right my wrong. And that's what freedom is too. Fixing your shit. Being able to fix your shit and not waiting for somebody else to tell you fucked up. Freedom also, to me, looks like, your spirit feeling like it's just floating on air all the time because you're aware of who you are. You're aware of the frequency that you are vibrating on. And you never come down to another person's vibration or frequency. Because everything that is supposed to be in your life, everything that you need, everything that you desire will always come and meet you at where you are. It will. That's what freedom looks like to me. And it doesn't mean that, you're this perfect person and you shouldn't stoop down to no one's level. It's not about stooping down to no one's level. It's just about those things vibrating on their frequency as well. And then being able to meet you, or y'all meeting in the middle, or wherever, where the universe and where God says you are supposed to meet at and vibrate at together. So that's just a little bit of my 2 cents on what freedom looks like and feels like to me. I mean, I got more, but that's what it feels like and looks like to and for me. I know last week I didn't get to talk about the color or the song for the week, but the color for the week that I chose is golden brown. And I chose golden brown because, I don't know, it just resonates with me so much. It just screams black assness to the depths of its core. It screams earth. It screams beginning of time, ending of time. It screams everything in between that's dope, amazing, and wonderful, and strong, and warrior. And I can get through shit, and I'm okay, I'm good, and all the in-betweens. That's why I chose that color. So whenever you see golden brown or a color that seems like it's golden brown, be consumed by the feeling of it. Be consumed by the fact that, yeah, you're in your healing process. but you still got good things that are going for you right now that you should appreciate. You still got things that you have overcome, and you did that shit. And yes, sometimes you still have breakdown moments where shit hurts, but you still doing that shit. You still in the midst of growing, of thriving, and being your better, best self. That shit is actually happening right now. Be aware of it. Take it all in. So that's the color for the week. And then the song for the week. So I know like a lot of songs or whatever mean like certain things, what have you. They have certain meanings. And then other times like, there's kind of like an undertone to it as well. So I chose my boo, Jhené Aiko's None of My Concern. Not so much based off of, the words of the bars or anything like that, but more so the chorus parts. To me, it resonated with me, and I chose it for the week because I feel like it's me, or I could see myself in the light of telling my old self, like, not that you're none of my concern anymore, but the things that have broken you, have caused you so much pain, that have torn you down, torn you into shreds, are none of my concern anymore. My concern right now is the fact that I've gone through those things and that I've overcome them, and that I'm still overcoming them each and every day that I wake up and I breathe life. That life is being, put back into me. Not that I give myself life. I mean, I do on certain levels, but that the universe is breathing life back into me each and every day and telling me, get your ass up. You got shit to do. You can't dwell on the past, on what has happened to you in the past, because you have the tools that you didn't have at that time back then to make things better. Not just for you, but for life in general. And so I guess I'm saying the things of my past are no longer my concern. My concern is my right now, because that's the only thing that's a for sure thing and that matters. Tomorrow doesn't matter. It does. We always want a tomorrow, but we never know if it's going to come, so we can't worry about it. We have to focus on our right now and making sure that is, that's where we are. We're here. So that's why I chose that song. So if you haven't got a chance to listen to it, again, her name is Jhené Aiko, and it is called None of My Concern. And listen to the song, listen to the words. I'm not saying take away from anything she was saying, but allow it to resonate with you in the ways that you feel like it should. And listen to your spirit, because it's going to tell you what it means to you and what it should mean to you. Hopefully the show was good too and for you. I pray that you have a good rest of the week. I will be uploading another show, doing another episode before Christmas. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy the rest of your morning and day. And always remember that love is the key for a better world for you and me. Ashe.